Hi everyone, my name is Zhenqiang, and I'm a front-end engineer of ArcBlock. And today I will demonstrate how to deploy and install our ABT node to some different environments. And to deploy our environment is very easy. We have provided a command line tool to make the things easy, and we also make a Docker image, and so we can run Docker in more systems, and so we can also run Docker in some container services. And today I will demonstrate on these file platforms. And the first is my Mac OS, and then is with Docker on my Mac OS, and third I will deploy it on HoldCloud. HoldCloud is our partner's Upyun container service, and then I will deploy on a cloud powered by OpenStack named Auro. Auro is spelled AURO, and at last I will deploy it with our own node launcher. ABT Node Launcher is a blocklet, and I will show you later. And also our ABT node can run on macOS and Linux, but for some compatibilities reason, ABT node can't run on Windows just now. Sorry. Can't run on Windows now. And first, let's see how to run our node on macOS. Because our command line tool and ABT node daemon, ABT node is developed by Node.js. So first, we have to install Node.js in our computer, and then we have to install our ABT node CLI. It's a command line tool to deploy the ABT node, and I have installed Node.js and ABT node CLI on my Mac, and so I will skip the two steps. If you guys are not familiar with Node.js and ABT node CLI and npm, you can visit the docs, the official docs of Node.js. And with ABT node CLI, we can initialize a configuration file and then start the ABT node. Now let's see how to use our ABT node CLI to create a configuration file. And to initialize the config file, we can use ABT node init. We can check the init means. Init is to init a config file. So let's use init. And first we should set the ABT node name, and I will change it with devcon, and description, and the store data, the folder to store data, and I will use default tool, and set up IP, because it's my own Mac, so I will use it local IP, and then port, and then the blocklet registry. The blocklet registry is used to fetch the blocklets and download blocklets. So we have to set it up. And at last, we have to set the config file to store the configs we just now set it. So we have initialized the configuration, and then let's use the command start. Okay, it's started successfully. Let's see that. Let's visit the address in the browser. Wait a minute. Okay, now we can see a setup page. We must first to set up the owner of the ABT node, and we must set up it at the first time to access. And to set up the owner, we must use our ABT wallet, and use our ABT wallet to authorize. And more things about our ABT wallet, my colleague will give a share on the DevCon. And if you guys have interested, you can follow our DevCon. Wait a minute and open my wallet to scan the QR code. Maybe slowly. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. After set the owner, then we will check the name and the description information, and confirm that there is no error in it, and I will complete the setup. And now we have set up the node completely, and then let's go. Let's take a shot to the dashboard. Okay, this is dashboard, and the dashboard show many informations about the ABT node. Something about something like uptime, create, and storage information, and the DID, and the environment information like internal IP, and other things. And then let's see the Blocklets list page. The Blocklets list page. List page is will list the installed Blocklets. But we have not installed it. We have not installed any Blocklet, so there is no Blocklet here. And if we want to install Blocklet, we can visit it. We can download it, install it on Marketplace, and we can see about we can see some Blocklets here. And now I will install a Blocklet named Blockchain Manager. The Blockchain Manager is used to create a blockchain, and manage the chains. Let's install it. Okay. We can see it in Blocklets list, and then let's start it. Okay, we have started successfully, and now we can see a admin interface link in the visit column, and let's open it. Now we can create a chain in the admin page. Let's create. And before create a chain, we must first we must download the forgery list firstly. But it will download during the creation, and then we must set up the chain name, and I will set it default, and the token name and the token symbol. And also we can see it require to create a moderator. The moderator is administrator of the chain, and we can create a moderator by our ABT wallet too. Wait a minute, I will open my wallet. Okay, I have scanned and authorized. Okay, we have generated a moderator, and then let's create. Because just like I said, it will download the full release. We can download the progress here, and it may take seconds or just wait. Okay, it's downloaded, and let's see the chains. Okay, let's start it. The start progress will take about seconds because Forge need to initialize something. Wait a minute. Okay, we can see it's running now, and we can check out if the chain is running by visit the Blockchain Explorer. We can open it with this tab, and it will open a new tab in the browser. And this is a chain chain explorer created by the blockchain manager. We can see its address. Okay, and we can view the basic status of the chain, like blocks and the transactions and other things. Okay, okay, this is how to deploy and install our ABT node on Mac OS or other systems, or like other systems can also use the same method to install. And we also demonstrate how to use the blockchain manager Blocklet to create a chain and manage the chain. And now let's stop the chain. Okay, well, stopped. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, stop the chain manager. Okay, this is how to install on macOS, and then let's see how to run with. And the Docker. If we use Docker, first we should pull down the image from Docker Hub, and with the command. Let's see how to because I have pulled it. I have pulled it to my my local because it may take a long time, so I have downloaded it before. So I want to pull it again, and after pull the image, we will run the Docker to create a container. But how to run? We can check out the doc. The doc is on the Doc Hub. We can wait a minute. Let's check it in the Doc Hub and search ArcBlock ABT node. Oh, it's here, and open it. And we can see this is a page of the ArcBlock ABT node on the Docker Hub, and we can see the install command. The run command in the doc, and let's copy this command. and I will run the command in the terminal. Before run the command, we must modify the some parameters. First is a port map, and the ABT node is run on port 2029. So we just map the 2029 port, and then set the shared volume, and I will mount my local temp files, temp folder at docker ABT node, and then we also need two environments. One is ABT node, and the ABT node domain. ABT node domain is used by the ABT node, and it's a IP or domain of the of the Docker service. So I will set it my local IP, and I will check what's my local IP. I will copy it. And then the port must be same as we just mapped, and it's 2029. And then the image ABT node, ArcBlock, image name ArcBlock ABT node, and now let's try to run the command. Oh, sorry, I just used the port, so it can't be run at 29. We changed it to 1000 and modified. Okay, it shows started. The container is started. Let's check it. Use the container list. Okay, it started. Let's visit it in the browser, and with the local IP and the port we just set it. Sorry, not 2029. Let's copy. And the port is forgot. 10000. Okay, we can see a new ABT node is deployed, and also at first access we must set the owner, and I will do the same thing with the previous one. Wait a minute, and open my wallet and to scan the QR code. Okay, I have authorized it. Okay, and we can see the description is contains a Docker keyword. In the container, we no need to set it manually to set the name and the description and the blocklet registry, because it has been done by the container itself. It is the Docker image itself. We just to confirm the name and the description in the page and complete. And also let's take a tour of the dashboard. We have see the Blocklet dashboard, and one thing we can see, the environment is in Docker. Yes, the site is running Docker. So this is how to run a Docker image. This is how to run the ABT node with our Docker image, and we have we have run the ABT node successfully with a container. And next, let's see how to deploy our deploy the Docker image to the HoldCloud. HoldCloud is from Upyun, and let's open HoldCloud's website first. Wait a minute. Its domain, its website is holdcloud.com, and this is the homepage of the HoldCloud, and I have logged in. So let's open the console directly. And in the console we can see a project list, and let's create a new project to click the create button, and select the resource pool, and we set to Hangzhou, and the name of the project we will set the name with devcon, and remark it with devcon demo, and will not set the logo, just use default image, and confirm. Okay, we have created a project named devcon, and let's enter the devcon page, and we can see we will first create a container service, and I will create a stateless service, and this is the stateless service selection, and named the service, and I will name it with ABT node, and set the remark is ABT node demo, and the access control I will keep it default, and confirm. Okay, we have created a container service, and the container service has a public domain. The public domain is a critical parameter to our ABT node, just like we just set it in the Docker at my Mac OS. So we'll copy it and we'll use it later. And then let's create a container instance. First, let's select a container. Let's select the Docker image, and one thing we should pay attention is we should upload our Docker image to the HoldCloud first, because the HoldCloud will load the image from its HoldClouds only. So for save our time, I have uploaded the ABT node image to the HoldCloud before. So I just select the image and select the version with the latest, and set the instance count. We'll set it 1, and the CPU count is 1, and the memory 1, and set the port with a port that is difficult to that is different to others port. We'll set it 31888. Okay. This port is nothing. It's nothing. It's just set it randomly, and the instance strategy will keep it default, and the start command will use ABT node command. ABT node start silent. A silent parameter means it will generate a configuration file automatically, and then set the keep live. The keep live parameter will keep the Docker run daemon, and then set the environment process environment, and one is ABT node domain. We have just set it in macOS Docker. I'm sorry. DOMAIN, sorry. And its value is a public address we just copied, so I just paste it. Sorry, sorry, I forgot to paste it. Let's copy it again and create. I'm sorry, just lost a copy. Select Docker image and version and 1 and port 3188 and the command. Sorry, wait a minute. Now let's set it again. ABT Node DOMAIN, and the value is a public address, and then set ABT Node port, and its value is we just set it before and paste it, and we'll no need to set the mount folder, and the logs will print it in the standard output. So next, and we'll no need to confirm set the health checking, because it's just a demo. And now we can see the instance is running, and we can see the logs. Or we can see the container is running. It started successfully, but before we can access it from public networks, we must map the port we just set it 31888 to the public. So let's configure set it here, the public address access, and we have to create a row and select the port we just we needed to map, and this is a load protocol. We select TCP, and the port we just we should select 31888, the same as the port we mapped, and confirm. Okay, we just create a row to let our container can be accessed from the public. This row may be effective minutes later or seconds later. We just wait a minute, and now we can visit our container service with a public address and with a port we just set 31888. Let's try. Okay, the port is effective. Wait a minute. The first visit will be do something to initialize. Okay, we saw this QR code again, and we just saw this QR code twice, so I no need to waste our time to explain it. Let's set the owner with our ABT node, with our ABT wallet. Wait a minute. I will scan the QR code. Okay, I have authorized it and confirmed the basic settings, and I will not edit it and complete the setup. Okay, let's take a tour of the dashboard, and we can see we have just created in the HoldCloud, and the Docker the environment is in Docker. So this is a whole process progress how to deploy our ABT node to the HoldCloud, and it's just to with your mouse click and click it's a simple operation, and it's easy to deployment to the HoldCloud. And so let's continue to see the next environment, the Oro. Oro is powered by OpenStack, and first let's open the Oro's website. Wait a minute. Oro. And oh, I have logged in. This is the dashboard of the Oro, and let's open the cloud dashboard. And this is the dashboard of the of my cloud account, and this is basic information of my account. And then let's create an instance to deploy our ABT node. To create an instance, we just launch the instance, and the first step we should name the instance. We call it ABT node, and then we'll keep other settings as default. And next to select the source. The source will select from the image marketplace. So we will select Ubuntu, and we'll click this button to select. And next is the flavor. We'll select standard 2, and also click this button. And next we'll keep default. Next. The security group, we should map the some port to the public network, because we need to make our ABT node can access from more public network. So this I have mapped a port range in the security groups, and we'll click next. This KPI is my max KPI. So later I can connect the instance from my Mac with SSH. Next, and then launch the instance. Wait a minute. Okay, we can see a building instance just tens of seconds. Wait a minute. Okay, it's created, and before we can connect with SSH, we must associate a public IP to the instance. So we just select associate floating IP to connect to associate a public IP. Select the first, and then keep this as default and associate. Okay, we can now there is an public address of this instance. Let's connect it with SSH. Before we connect it use SSH, we need to know the username of the system of the instance, and because we just select the Ubuntu system, so it has a default user named Ubuntu, so we can use Ubuntu to connect. Let's copy this IP and use my SSH tools and to add yes. Wait a minute. Okay, we have logged in, and let's first we should install Node.js, and before Node.js, and we'll install Node.js use NVM. NVM is a node version manager, node manager and manage tools tool. It can let's install different versions in one system. So let's install NVM first, and we'll open NVM's official site. And we'll find the install method. Okay, we'll just use this script to install. Okay, let's make a NVM effect. Oh, sorry, bash. Okay, let's install Node.js, and we'll install the LTS. Wait a minute, it's downloading. Oh, sorry, it's downloaded success, and now we'll check the node version. Okay, it's Node.js. The Node.js had been installed, and then let's install our ABT Node CLI. Just wait a minute. It will download some dependencies, and it may take minutes. And we can pay attention to this. We just install the version bigger the version above 12, because our ABT node is running is running at the version of Node.js above 12. Wait a minute. It's installing. Oh, too many dependencies. Too many dependencies in Node.js. It's closing. Okay, it's building. Oh, we saw an error. We saw the error is there is no command make. Okay, let's install the make command. Oh, sorry, ABT. Oh, there is another process use sudo. So let's reboot the instance. Wait a minute. and the reboot will may take a minute. Let's wait it. And at this time, let's see more details of the instance. And we can see the details of the instance. And this is a public IP, internal IP, and the security group. We can see the port range. This port the 2029 port is our ABT node default port, and my the key name is my SSH public key. Wait a minute. And this is the logs. The logs is a log of in the when create the instance. Wait a minute. We can if the let's check if the reboot is done. Oh no. Just a minute. And this sorry this is this has a there is a console tab. We can use this tab to connect the instance, but I prefer use terminal active log. And this is something like event sorry, action log. It records some important actions. Wait a minute. This images tab is some images we can select. And let's check if the reboot is done. If the reboot is done. Oh sorry, no. Just wait a minute again. And we can see a lot of actions here, and we can edit instance, attach volume, and detach volume, and update metadata, and so on. And if you guys has interested in or you can do it yourself. Okay, let's check again. Maybe it's reboot done. It's maybe a slow. Let's again. Oh no. Wait a minute. Okay, it's rebooted successfully. And let's install our ABT Node CLI again. ABT Node CLI. Wait a minute. It will download some dependencies again. and we'll keep it installed. And let's continue to check out what there is something else in the arrow. And this is volume. Volume is the data disk of the instance. This is volumes I created before, and this is snapshots, and we can make snapshots if we need it for the instance, and so we can use the snapshot to build an image quickly. To build an instance quickly. And let's back to computer instance. Let's check the installation. Okay, we can see we have just installed. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to install make. Wait a minute. It's close to. Okay, let's install again. It's fetching data. We can see the progress is more quick than before because the npm has cached some dependencies. Okay, we have installed ABT Node. Let's check it. Okay, let's init a configuration files like we have did it in our first demonstration, just like in my Mac. Init, and I will use the value to we'll use the default value and IP. I'm sorry, I set it the wrong IP. I should set the public IP. So if we set the internal IP and we can't access the ABT node from public network, so we have set it with the public IP default and public IP and the port block registry and the configuration file, and then let's start our node. Okay, we can see our node is started successfully. Let's visit this IP and port in the browser and paste it. Wait a minute, because the first visit is always slow, because there is nothing, there is no cache in the page. Okay, with now we saw this, we see this QR code the first time, and now I will I will use my ABT wallet again. Wait a minute. It's a little slow, so just make a wait a minute. Okay. Okay, I have authorized, and the information I will keep it at default and complete the setup. Okay, let's take a tour. And we can see this dashboard has been can be accessed now, and we can see the IP is the instance we just created in of this. So this is the whole progress of how to install our ABT node on the OracleCloud, and we take some time to configure our server instance, and take some time to install dependencies. But the whole progress is mostly and is simple. And so this is my demonstrator of deploy on Oro. And then let's oh, I'm sorry. No. This is the steps of install on Euro, the launch instance and the setup instance, and install ABT node CLI, and so on. And next, let's see. At last, we'll demonstrate how to deploy our ABT node with node launcher. And ABT node launcher is a blocklet, in fact, and it contains some cloud service we can create our ABT node. Just now we only integrated AWS in it, and later we will integrate some other cloud service like Microsoft Azure or and Upyun and Oro and so on. And let's see how to deploy it with ABT node launcher. And I just said it's a blocklet, so we can use it in a running node, and I will use a running node. I just deployed it on my Mac OS. So let's check what's the address of my node of my ABT node. I will exit the server. Okay, this is my Mac OS system, and start. This configuration, this node I just initialized in step 1. I will use it directly. Okay, this is my local IP, and copy it to my in my browser, and this. Okay, let's install the blocklet, and it's here. ABT node launcher, install. Okay, we can see the installed launcher is in Blocklets list, and we started. Oops, we can't start it because to deploy ABT node, we need the access key and the access ID of the target of cloud. So let's set it first. We can see configuration is a requirement. So let's set AWS access key and access ID because just now like I said, we now the ABT Node Launcher will just will not only support the AWS. So now I will configure. Now I just configure it with AWS access case, and because this is a secret of my of my AWS account, so I will hide this process setting process. Just a minute. And I will set it. Okay, I just set it. I just set the AWS ID and AWS access secret. Now I can start ABT Node Launcher. Okay, after I click the start button, we can see the admin interface of the Node Launcher. I just visit it. Okay, we can see the admin page contains a instance list. Now we will create a new instance with click launch node, and this is a cloud list here. But now we just integrated AWS, so we just select AWS, and then next, and then select the place. I will select Azure with Mumbai. It's in India. Or next. Wait a minute, because it has to take some. Okay. It will take some time to launch the information of the instance, and I will name the instance with ABT Node Launcher AUNCHER demo, and ABT Node version, and this is the latest the image version on the AWS, and this is the type. I will set a default. I will keep it the default, and I click launch. Wait a minute, because the ABT Node Launcher will request APIs to the AWS to create instance, and now we have launched successfully. So let's view the node details. Okay, we can see this is the instance we just created, and we can see the type is T3 we just selected, and now we can visit now the node is created on the AWS, and we can visit the node with the address. Let's visit it. It may take some time to take effective. Okay, is now can access. Wait a minute. Okay, we see this QR code again. Let's authorize it again. Use my ABT wallet. Okay, this is we can see the EC2 user and the description, and we'll keep it at default. Complete setup. Okay, let's take a tour of dashboard. Okay, this is ABT node and is running now, and is created by the ABT node launcher, and the node launcher created on AWS. So this is how ABT node launcher to create a node with a cloud service, and later we will integrate more cloud services like Azure and Upyun and Oro and so on, and we'll make our node deploy more easier. And this is my whole demonstration about how to demonstrate about how to deploy our ABT node to kind of different environments, and I hope you guys can I hope you guys like it. Thank you. Bye bye.